Alicia Markovich was a typical teenage girl who was incredibly funny, delightful, brilliant, and beautiful. Alicia had many adoring friends, and she loved reading Agatha Christie's books. Everyone admired Alicia, and she had a reputation for standing up for children who were the targets of bullying. At the time of her disappearance, Alicia was a freshman at Winburn Area High School. She was an A student and a member of the track team. In 1987, Alicia lived with her mother, Marcy Fitco Nay-Smith, in Winburn, Pennsylvania. On April the 26th, 1987, it was a beautiful day with plenty of sunshine. John Markovich, Alicia's father, picked her up at her Winburn, Pennsylvania residence at 9:35 a.m. for a day trip to his Blairsville, Pennsylvania home, which was about 45 minutes away. It is interesting to note that the previous evening, Alicia had pleaded with her friend Krista to accompany her on this visit, but Krista had been unable to do so. Alicia wore purple sunglasses she had borrowed from a friend. She was scheduled to attend a car wash fundraiser that day with her track team, but she and her mother decided she should visit her father instead. Marcy told her daughter that she looked great, she loved her, and that if a conversation about child support came up, Alicia was to say, "Talk to Mom about it." Alicia left the house wearing a white crop top with yellow, blue, and red stripes, jeans, and tennis shoes. Marcy had no idea it would be the last time she saw her daughter. According to Alicia's father, they fought about her schoolwork, the friends she chose, her boyfriend, and her mother's demand for an increase in child support from $100 to $200 a month. According to the court letter dated April the 23rd, the court hearing for the child support increase was scheduled for Wednesday, May the 6th, 10 days after Alicia vanished. John reported to authorities that Alicia abruptly left his home. He claims he yelled out to her to return home by 8 p.m. He thought she was heading to downtown Blairsville, about 2 miles away, or to a friend's house in the trailer park where he used to live. Alicia left her belongings but wore the purple sunglasses. The next day was a school day, and Marcy called Alicia multiple times to remind her to come home early. Alicia did not return any of the calls. Marcy made her way to bed. At 1 in the morning, John called Marcy and said, "Marcy, she's gone." "What do you mean she's gone?" Marcy answered. When Alicia did not arrive by 8 p.m., according to John, he went looking for her but could not find her. Chuck, Alicia's friend who resided in the trailer park, claimed that John never called or knocked on his door that day, asking for Alicia. The following day, Alicia was reported missing. John's 1987 red Subaru was discovered 13 miles away in the nearby community of Salzburg in Loyalhanna Township on Thursday, May the 5th, 1988. 1 year and 10 days later, John claims that between 1 a.m. and 6:50 a.m., the car was taken from his home. It was discovered ablaze along Tunnelton Road, Route 939. Alicia's father once had a job at the Tunnelton mine. Alicia was first categorized as a runaway, but according to her mother, she had never run away before, lacked street smarts, and could not have survived on her own. Her close friends do not believe she would have fled either. Alicia's disappearance was reclassified by the state police in 1990 as a missing and suspected homicide. Police have come to the conclusion that Alicia is most likely the victim of foul play. No suspects in Alicia's disappearance have been excluded. Marcy also thinks that Alicia was murdered on purpose and that the last person to see her knows what happened to her. A 2-page typewritten letter that was unsigned and included a description of how Alicia was killed and where she was buried was sent to Alicia's father by U.S. mail in October of 2000. The following portion is from the released letter. What gave me the idea to contact you was when I saw by chance an old missing persons flyer posted on the side of a mailbox in Philadelphia about 3 weeks ago. The second time I saw it, it was like everything faded to gray. Nothing seemed real for a long time. I thought that it all had forever been buried. I had spent the last 13 years erasing and boarding up the name Alicia Markovich in my mind, and by seeing that, it opened up the floodgates, so to say, to a limitless sea of remorse, guilt, anxiety, inner sadness, and depression. The letter described how Alicia had passed away and where to search for her remains on a bridge on Route 220 outside of Blairsville, near the border of Indiana and Westmoreland County, beside the Conemaugh River. The letter contained a handwritten return address from Bedford, New Hampshire, and was postmarked there. The resident told police when they arrived at the home that they had not sent the letter, did not know who had, and were unaware of Alicia's abduction, and had never been to Blairsville. Investigators also used cadaver dogs to look for Alicia's remains at the address specified in the letter, but they turned up nothing noteworthy. Authorities then came to the conclusion that the letter was a fraud. The author of the letter is indeed unknown. On April the 26th, 2011, the Indiana Barracks and Pennsylvania State Police organized a press conference to discuss the case and collect Alicia's baby teeth for DNA analysis. Alicia's mother was present. Her father did not attend the press conference, claiming he could not leave work at the salt mine he had been employed at since 1998 in Painesville, Ohio. He sent Deb Markovich to speak in his place. The baby teeth were used to compare her DNA to Penny Doe, who was discovered in Monroe Township, Pennsylvania on July the 22nd, 1990. Despite their many similarities, their DNA did not match. Additionally, 12 Jane Does were compared to Alicia, but no DNA matches were found. With the aid of some of Alicia's close friends, her mother and her next-door neighbor Pat started an awareness campaign in August 2021. They are searching for new information and asking why Alicia's disappearance has not been investigated more carefully. The investigation has always been active and ongoing, according to the Pennsylvania State Police, and all leads are being pursued. The authorities claimed it had been a while since they received any leads or anything that needed to be looked into. They added that no one has ever had their status as a suspect ruled out. Since 1987, Alicia has not been seen or heard from, and neither her bank account nor her social security number has seen any activity. What are your thoughts? And tell me, what do you think happened to Alicia?